Welcome, and thank you for being here today. This guided meditation is a sacred space created just for you. A moment to slow down, breathe deeply, and reconnect with the love, peace, and light already within you. In our busy lives, we often forget to nurture ourselves with kindness and compassion. This session is designed to help you release stress, quiet the mind, heal emotional wounds, and awaken deep self-love from within. As you relax into this meditation, allow yourself to let go of negativity, self-doubt, and emotional heaviness. The more you practice self-love, the more peace, confidence, healing, and happiness you invite into your life. Remember, you are worthy of love exactly as you are. Before we begin, make sure you're in a comfortable and quiet place where you can fully relax without distractions. And if this meditation touches your heart or helps you feel more peaceful, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who may need healing, and subscribe for more guided meditations, positive energy, and inner peace journeys out. Now, gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in and allow yourself to simply be present in this moment. Find a comfortable position now. Let your body settle into whatever surface is holding you. If you're lying down, feel the full length of your back releasing into the bed or the floor beneath you. Feel every point of contact, the back of your head, your shoulder blades, your lower back, your hips, the backs of your legs, your heels. Each one received, each one held without condition. If you're seated, feel your feet flat on the floor, both feet. The full and solid contact of the soles against the ground. Let your sit bones settle into the chair. Let your spine find its natural length, not rigid, not collapsed, just easy. Just upright the way a body is upright when it has stopped performing and started simply being. Take a moment before anything else to feel where you are. Not where you were today. Not where your mind is already trying to take you. Here, this room, this breath, this body, the real and immediate weight of being a living person in this particular moment, on this particular day. Feel that. And now take a breath, a real one, not a performed breath. A real one, the kind that comes when the body is finally given permission to breathe without an audience. Let it come in through the nose, slow and unhurried, and let it travel all the way down, past the chest, into the belly. Feel the belly expand. Feel the ribs widen on each side. Feel the body, for just a moment, completely full. And then release it. Let the exhale come long and easy. Not pushed, not managed, just released. The way something heavy is set down when the arms have finally had enough. Do that again. Breathe in, slowly, all the way down, and release, all the way out. One more time. And with this breath, let it carry something with it. Not a demand, not a goal, just a quiet and honest intention. The intention to be here, fully, openly, without the usual defenses. And to offer this time to yourself, not to anyone else, not to productivity or improvement, or becoming a better version of yourself for anyone else's benefit. To yourself, as you are, right now. Breathe in and let it go. Let the breath settle now into its own natural rhythm, easy and continuous. The rise and the pause and the full. The brief, sacred space between the exhale and the next breath in. That small gap of pure rest where the body is neither receiving nor releasing, just resting in itself. Find that space. Rest there for a moment. Now I want to say something to you before we go any further. Something that may be difficult to hear, not because it is harsh, but because it is true, and truth about ourselves has a way of landing differently than truth about anything else. You have likely been much harder on yourself than you have ever needed to be. Not occasionally, consistently, persistently, with a thoroughness that you would never apply to someone you loved. The inner voice that catalogs the failures and the flaws and the moments of falling short. The quiet, running commentary that compares and diminishes and finds wanting. The way you can replay a mistake from years ago with perfect clarity, while struggling to recall a single genuine kindness you offered just last week. That harshness is not honesty, it is habit. And this practice, this time, is an invitation to a different habit. Not toxic positivity, not false cheerfulness, not the performance of self-love as an aesthetic. Something quieter and more real than any of that. The simple, radical, profoundly difficult practice of meeting yourself with the same quality of attention and care that you would bring to someone you truly loved. That is what we are doing here. So take a breath and let that intention settle into the body, not the mind, the body. Let it drop below the level of thought into the level of felt experience. A warmth somewhere in the chest, perhaps a slight softening around the eyes. The very beginnings of something that has been waiting patiently and without complaint for a very long time to be given some room. Breathe. Feel your face, not critically, not noticing what you don't like or what you'd change. Just feel it. The forehead smooth now and at ease. The eyes resting behind closed lids, having taken in the world all day and now given finally to the dark. The cheeks, the jaw, let it soften. The lips gently together or gently parted. This is your face. It has been your face through everything, through the joy and the grief and the ordinary Tuesday afternoons and the moments that changed everything. It has never abandoned you. It has held every expression you've ever had, faithfully, without judgment. Let it rest now, with kindness. Feel your neck and throat, the throat where so many things have been swallowed, words unsaid, emotions held back, the long and often lonely effort of maintaining composure. Let the throat be soft. Let it be unguarded. Nothing needs to be held back right now. This is a safe space. Feel your chest and place your hand there. If that feels natural, your own hand, warm against the center of your own chest. Feel the heartbeat beneath it, that faithful, steady drumbeat that has been with you every single moment since before you were born. Not once has it forgotten you. Not once has it abandoned its post. Through everything you have ever been through, the heartbreak and the fear and the ordinary grief of being human, your heart has kept beating. Feel that beat now. Let it mean something. This heart of yours, this physical heart, this emotional heart, this center of everything you feel and love and grieve, it has been through a great deal, and it is still here, still beating, still warm, still capable, against all odds, of being moved. You are still here. Let that land. Breathe into the chest, into the heart. Let the breath be warm. Let it be gentle. Let it say, without words, through the simple act of being present, that you are here and you are paying attention and you are not going anywhere. Now I want you to bring to mind, gently, not with force, the version of yourself that carries the most pain, not the successful version, not the capable version that manages and copes and gets things done. The version underneath that, the one that shows up in the quiet moments, in the 3 in the morning moments, in the unguarded spaces between the roles and the responsibilities. The tired one, the uncertain one, the one that sometimes wonders if they are truly lovable, truly, fundamentally worthy of being loved. Not for what they do or provide or perform, but simply for existing. Let that version of yourself be present here. Don't push them away. Don't manage them or try to cheer them up or immediately offer reassurance. Just let them be here, in the warmth of this space, without having to earn their place. Feel what it is like to simply allow that part of yourself to exist without trying to fix it. Breathe. Now imagine, if you can, and don't force it if you can't, that you could see that version of yourself. Not from the outside, not with the critical gaze you so often turn on yourself, but with the eyes of someone who loves them, who has watched them try over and over, and has never once stopped finding them worthy of love. What would you see? Perhaps someone who has been trying much harder than anyone knows, someone who holds more than they let on, someone who has been measuring themselves against an impossible standard and concluding again and again that they come up short, not because it's true, but because the standard was never fair to begin with. Perhaps someone who is genuinely, quietly, unmistakably good in the ways that don't get applauded, the private kindnesses, the inner wrestlings toward integrity, the caring that happens in the invisible spaces of daily life. Perhaps someone who has been waiting for a very long time, for someone to look at them clearly and say, I see you. Not the performance of you, not the achievement of you, you. And you are enough. Take a breath into that. Let it go wherever it needs to go in the body. If something moves in the chest, if something loosens or swells or softens, let it. You don't have to contain it. You don't have to be dignified about it. Emotion moving through the body is not weakness. It is the body processing what the mind has been too busy to touch. Let it move. Keep breathing. Now, let's go somewhere together. Perhaps someone who has been waiting for a very long time, for someone to look at them clearly and say, I see you. Not the performance of you, not the achievement of you, you. And you are enough. Take a breath into that. Let it go wherever it needs to go in the body. If something moves in the chest, if something loosens or swells or softens, let it. You don't have to contain it. You don't have to be dignified about it. Emotion moving through the body is not weakness. It is the body processing what the mind has been too busy to touch. Let it move. Keep breathing. Now let's go somewhere together. Sit down if there is somewhere to sit, or stand and simply be present in this space that is yours and yours alone. And notice, in this place, in this moment, with all the pretense and the performance and the trying set aside, what is actually true about you. Not what you fear is true, not what the harshest voice tells you is true. What is actually, genuinely, quietly true. You are someone who cares, perhaps more than is always comfortable, about people, about doing the right thing, about being real in a world that makes realness difficult. You are someone who has continued through things that could have stopped you, through the loss and the disappointment, and the days when everything felt impossible. You have continued. You are someone who feels things deeply, which means you have been hurt deeply, which means the capacity is there. The full, living, undiminished capacity for depth of love and depth of joy and depth of connection, even if those things have sometimes felt far away. You are someone who is here, right now, choosing to turn toward yourself rather than away, choosing the difficult and necessary practice of meeting your own life with honesty and with care. That is not nothing. That is everything. Breathe. Now let something happen in this place, something unexpected and quiet and entirely for you. Imagine that someone is approaching, not a specific person necessarily, though it can be, if that serves you, but a presence, warm and clear, and entirely without judgment. Someone who has known you, truly known you, without the edits and the highlights and the careful presentations, and loves you completely and without reservation, not despite who you are, because of who you are. Let this presence sit with you, or stand beside you, or simply be near. Let yourself be seen by this presence, fully seen, in the way you have perhaps rarely allowed yourself to be seen, and feel what it is like to be met with nothing but warmth. No disappointment, no assessment, no condition, just warmth, just presence, just the simple, radical act of being seen and found worthy. Let that reach you. Let it pass the defenses that automatically rise when something too good arrives. Past the voice that says you don't deserve this. Past the reflex to deflect or minimize or immediately begin listing the reasons why this this love is misplaced. Let it through, all the way through. Into the chest, into the heart, into the warm and waiting center of you that has been hoping for exactly this. Not for someone else to see you, but for you to see yourself this way. For you to be the presence that offers this warmth. For you to be, at last, on your own side. Because that is what this presence is. It is you, the part of you that exists below the criticism, below the harshness, below the accumulated damage of all the times you were told, directly or indirectly, loudly or quietly, that you are not quite enough. It is the part of you that has always known otherwise, and it is offering something to you now. Not reassurance, something more solid than reassurance, a recognition, a remembering of something that was true before anyone had the opportunity to convince you otherwise. You were born worthy of love, not conditionally, not provisionally, not pending improvement or achievement or the successful completion of becoming whoever you think you're supposed to be. Worthy. Now, as you are, with all the unfinished edges and the tender places and the complicated history and the ongoing, unresolved, beautiful mess of being a human person in the process of a human life. Worthy. Let that word find the place in you where it needs to land. And breathe it in. Let your breath carry it all the way down past the chest, into the belly, into the root of the body. Let it settle somewhere deep, somewhere that won't be easily disturbed by the next difficult day, or the next critical voice, or the next moment of falling short of your own expectations. Somewhere that holds. Breathe in, worthy. Breathe out, and let go of everything that has tried to argue otherwise. Breathe in, worthy. Breathe out, and release a little more of the weight of not enough. Stay with this for a few breaths. Let the body absorb it the way dry earth absorbs rain, slowly, without fanfare, taking in exactly what it needs. Now let a warmth begin in the center of the chest, not manufactured, just noticed. The warmth that is already there when the layers are removed. The warmth of the heart that has been beating faithfully underneath everything. Let it expand now, with each breath, outward from the center of the chest in every direction. Forward through the sternum, backward through the spine, upward through the throat and the jaw and the face, downward through the belly and the hips, outward through the shoulders and the arms, all the way to the hands, Feel the warmth in your hands right now. Your own warmth, reaching your own fingertips, outward through the hips and thighs and legs, all the way to your feet. Feel the warmth in your feet. Your own warmth, reaching the very ends of you. Your whole body filled with its own warmth, not borrowed, not earned, not conditional. Yours. This warmth is love, not a love that comes from outside and can therefore be taken away. A love that is generated from within by the simple, faithful, ongoing act of a body that sustains itself, of a heart that keeps beating, of a consciousness that keeps showing up, even when showing up is hard. You are full of your own love right now. Let that be real. Let it be felt. Now let that warmth extend outward slightly beyond the body. Feel it surrounding you, a field of warmth of your own light, extending a few feet in every direction. The particular warmth of someone who has come home to themselves, who has stopped looking outside for what was always available within. Breathe in this field. Breathe it deeper with each inhale, and with each exhale, let it settle more completely. Let it become more familiar. Let the body learn this feeling, the feeling of being filled with your own compassion, your own gentleness, your own unhurried and unconditional love, so that it can find its way back here more easily, so that the path becomes worn with use, so that self-love stops being an aspiration and becomes a returning, a coming home to something you know, because it is something you know. You know it right now. Stay here for a few more breaths. Just here, in the warmth, in the quiet, in the profound simplicity of a person who has, for this moment, stopped arguing with themselves and simply rested in their own company. There is nothing to do here, nothing to improve, nowhere to get to. Just this, just you, just the warm and living and entirely sufficient reality of your own presence. Breathe. Let the body remember this. Now, very slowly and very gently, begin to bring your awareness back towards the room, not away from what you found, never away from that, but back toward the ordinary world, which is waiting for you, and which you will return to carrying something real. Feel the surface beneath your body, the solid and faithful ground. Feel the weight and warmth of your body making contact with it. Every point of contact, real and held and present. Feel your breath again, the actual physical breath, moving in and out of this actual body. The chest rising, the belly moving, the air entering through the nose, cool and clean. Feel your hands, if one of them has been resting on your chest. Feel the warmth of the contact, your own hand, your own warmth, your own care. Let that gesture mean something as you bring it to a close. Feel your feet, the weight of them, the solidity of them. Let a gentle movement return to the body if it wants. A slow turn of the head, a small shift of position. The body beginning to wake back into its ordinary aliveness. Take a deeper breath. Let it fill you. The warmth, the spaciousness, the quiet knowing that something has shifted. And release it, long and slow and complete. Become aware of the room, the temperature of the air, the sounds near and distant, the light behind your eyelids. Let the world return gently, without rushing. Let it come back to a person who is, perhaps, slightly different than the person who arrived here. Not dramatically different, not transformed beyond recognition. Just a little softer around the edges, a little more on your own side, a little more willing to let the warmth of your own heart reach the parts of you that have been cold for too long. When you are ready, in your own time, with no rush, let your eyes begin to open slowly, gently. Let the light return by degrees. And as you return, carry this with you, not as a memory of a pleasant experience, but as a living commitment. The commitment to speak to yourself, at least sometimes, with the voice you used in this practice. The voice that is honest without being cruel, that is clear without being cold, that sees your flaws without concluding that your flaws are the whole story. The voice that knows, beneath everything, that you are worthy, that you have always been worthy. That nothing that has happened to you, nothing you have done or failed to do, nothing that was said to you or withheld from you has ever changed that fundamental and unassailable truth. You are worthy of love, beginning with your own. Take one final breath to receive that completely. Breathe in, deep and full, letting the warmth fill every corner of the body. And exhale, slowly, gratefully, completely. You came here, perhaps uncertain whether you deserve this time, whether self-love was something available to you specifically, or only to people less complicated, less flawed, less burdened than you feel yourself to be. And you are leaving knowing, in the body, not just the mind. that it was always available, that it has always been here, that the only thing that was ever standing between you and your own love was the habit of looking everywhere else for it. Look here. It is here. It has always been here. And it is entirely, completely, without exception, yours.